That's right, sweetheart. You go to sleep. Because your mommy and daddy want you to grow up really big and strong. I know your daddy is really mad at me right now because I had Gwen rearrested. But once the trial is over and she's convicted, he's gonna come back to us. He's gonna realize what we already know, that he belongs with us. We are gonna be together as a family. I promise you that.
You're still up?
Oh, honey, how am I supposed to sleep? I just can't believe that Teresa had me rearrested and I am facing going to prison.
Well, at least you're out on bail. And I'm gonna find a way to have these charges dropped. I promise you that.
Ethan, I want more than that. I'm sorry, but I want revenge. And I want you to find a way to get back at that malicious tramp.
Gwen, come on.
He doesn't have to. The way to get back at Teresa is right here in this contract. The way to make Teresa pay is to take from her what she took from you, Gwen. Her baby.
Ivy, is that true? You knew? You knew what Jessica's been up to all along? The drugs? The clubs? This tattoo?
Daddy!
Well, you shouldn't have gotten it if you didn't want people to see it.
Sam, it's not what you think. I didn't.
What the hell is going on?
Sure she knew. She knew everything. She knew when I snuck out and when I came back. She knew I was off to see Spike at his club. She gave me permission.
Looks like Ivy's blown it with your dad big time.
Looks like it's all over for Poison Ivy. And we have front row seats for a blockbuster of pain.
You're not going anywhere with my son.
And who's gonna stop me?
And you are sick. The only reason you want my son is to get close to Whitney? She's your sister, Chad.
You could put a stop to all this.
No.
When Chad gets that baby home, he is going to realize this is his son.
No, he can't. He won't figure it out.
Oh, honey, you are deluding yourself. You could put a stop to all this madness right now if you just do one simple little thing. Tell the truth. Tell Chad and Fox the truth.
Yeah, well, you tell the chief I'll be in first thing in the morning then. You bet. Good night. Where's Sheridan?
Well, I thought she went upstairs.
Sheridan? You up there with little Marty?
This is the place. I know it. I can feel it. Please help me! This is it. They held me down here in this basement. I was right. Beth was behind everything.
I would hold the hand of the one who could lead me places, and kiss the lips of the one who could sing so sweet. And I would fly on the wings of a bird I knew could take me high as breathe in, breathe out. Keep me alive. You are the fire burning inside of me. You are my passion for life.
Okay, these are the contracts that we had Teresa sign when she was our surrogate.
Yeah. That's right. And you are a lawyer. So even though all that legalese may be like Chinese to the rest of us, I'm sure you can find something in there that we can use to take Jane away from Teresa.
Well, you're a genius.
I have my moments.
And you know the first thing I'm gonna do is change Jane's name legally to Ashley.
Okay, ladies, hold on a second, hold on. See, these contracts are specifically in regard to the embryo of Gwen and Ethan Winthrop.
So?
That's not Jane. This has nothing to do with Teresa carrying her own baby.
Oh, so what? Look, you agreed to take the gloves off, and this contract here is our golden opportunity. I mean, we can really use this to tear Teresa apart. This is no time to be splitting hairs.
I don't see how I can use this.
Don't see? Or don't want to see?
What's that supposed to mean?
It means, Ethan, that it is time for you to make up your mind. Whose side are you on? Teresa's? Or your wife's?
You knew Jessica was involved with that sleaze Spike. Why didn't you tell me?
Jessica, you're hurting me. Yeah. And there's plenty more where that came from if you tried telling me what to do.
I couldn't.
Why not? You knew my daughter was involved with drugs and with that creep, Spike. You knew how worried I was about her, and yet you couldn't tell me. The first thing you should have done was tell me.
Time to stir the pot, Endora. Oh, Jessica, tattoos. Oh, such an unfortunate fad, dear. And time withers all, you know. One of these days you'll sag and wrinkle like the rest of us, and then those letters will change. Yes, one stretch mark, and that tattoo could read stupid.
I won't ever get a stretch mark.
And that's what we all think. Oh, what's all that on your arm? Oh, that looks very nasty.
Jessica, do you have more tattoos on your arm?
It's nothing, Dad.
Oh, it didn't look like nothing to me.
Show me.
No.
Jessica, tell me. Do you have more tattoos on your arm?
Oh, maybe she's into piercings, too. I hope she hasn't got one on her tongue.
Shut up.
Jessica, show me.
No.
Show me. Oh, my God. Jessica, these cuts and burns. What happened? Jessica. Sweetheart, talk to me. Who did this to you?
You sick bastard. That's my son.
Oh, he's my son now.
Just stop it.
You know, what are you gonna do, hit me? I'm holding the baby, yeah? What, big man, what you gonna do?
How can you just stand here and watch this? This boy's worlds are crumbling just because of you.
Leave me alone, Mom.
No, not till I get through to you, Whitney. Please, honey, just tell the truth before it's too late, before it gets even worse. Secrets always come out. I know mine did, and it destroyed my life. Please, Whitney, tell the truth. Tell them that Chad is the father.
You know, I've had enough of this. I'm out of here.
Chad, wait.
It was here.
Look, I'm rich. My family will give you whatever you want.
I'm right. I know I'm right.
Louise! Louise, come here!
Sheridan, where are you?
I'm in the corner by the kitchen.
Oh, no, she's by the basement. Angels, please protect me. Don't let Blondie remember a thing.
What is it?
Oh, God. I knew he's coming.
What's wrong with you, Sheridan?
Nothing. Nothing's wrong. I remember I was held captive in this house right down there. Beth was behind everything. Marty is my son.
Well, Whitney, what'd you want to say?
Well, haven't you caused enough trouble tonight?
Look, no more fighting or yelling, okay? It's bad for the baby.
It's bad for the baby. The baby's fine. Or will be once he's back with his real father. That's me.
No, hold up, Fox. She's right. Now, Whitney, what are you trying to say?
Let's just not have any more yelling or accusations. Let's just let Chad take the baby and go.
Whitney, that baby should be with me.
Great. Now, see what you did?
What the hell kind of mother wants to throw their own baby away? That's my son, Whitney.
No, son. Let him go.
You're nuts if you think this is over. I'm gonna get my son back. It's the last thing I do.
Oh, this is horrible.
You just had the perfect chance to make it all right. Whitney, why, oh why did you not tell Fox and Chad the truth?
Don't you get it, Mom? It's over. I'm never telling him the truth.
Sheridan, come on, you're not making sense.
No, I figured it out, Luis. Beth was behind everything. She's the one who kidnapped me. She put me in a pit. She stole my baby. I can prove it to you.
Sheridan, you're wrong. Okay, now listen to me. The DNA test proved that Beth is Marty's mother, okay? Honey, you've got to stop hanging on to these false hopes that our son is still alive.
Luis, these are not false hopes. I was held captive in this house. I remember being kidnapped. Do you see these stairs? I was on these stairs. I was fighting with the clown to escape.
It's not possible, Sheridan.
Oh, those stairs. I got scars from stapling that damn carpet.
Oh. How did I get into this mess in the first place? Here I am, aiding and abetting my lunatic daughter. Well, that's good, isn't it? It's good for 10 to 20, isn't it?
How can she remember? We redid the basement. It's totally different.
Oh, come on. We've bothered Mrs. Wallace enough for one night. And besides that, we need to get some rest, okay?
You mean I need my rest? Well, forget it, Luis. I am not crazy. This is the house where I was held captive, and I'll prove it to you.
Jessica, honey, talk to me. Look, I'm your father, all right? I will help you.
Leave me alone, all of you.
Sweetheart, honey, you're home. You're safe. How did you get those scars?
I said, leave me alone.
Was it Spike? Did he do this? I'll kill him.
No, Spike didn't do it.
Sweetie, who? I mean, whoever did this to you is sick.
I did it, Dad. Me.
Jessica, what are you saying?
I heard her quite clearly. She said she inflicted those wounds on herself.
But why?
You're just like Claudia, aren't you?
Who's Claudia?
She's the girl from school. She has scars just like that. And burns, too, all over her body. It's some psychological condition that mainly affects teenage girls. They hurt themselves with knives and razor blades over and over and over. They're called cutters.
Shut up, Kay.
No, I'm not gonna shut up. Remember what happened to Claudia? She got shipped off to that psych hospital. Yeah, and then counselors came and talked to the rest of us and explained. Cutters. Girls like that are in real trouble. And when they hurt themselves, it's a cry for help.
I don't need any help.
Jessica, honey, talk to me. I mean, why did you want to hurt yourself like this?
I don't feel well.
It must be the drugs wearing off, dear.
Look, Jessica, listen, you're not going anywhere until you tell me why you wanted to hurt yourself like this.
What does it matter? Why should I listen to you anyway? Everything you ever taught me was a lie.
What?
Kay and Jessica, Sam and Grace Bennett's perfect little girls from their perfect little family. Ha! You and Mom taught us to be good girls. Go to church and study hard so we can grow up and be just as happy as you. Where the hell did that get us? Mom dumped us, that's what happened. Kay got pregnant, moved out, no one ever comes home. And then you let that slut move in.
Jessica, that's enough.
Oh, no, it's not. Not nearly enough. You both lied to us, you and Mom. It doesn't matter a damn whether you're good or bad. The only thing for sure in this world is that life is crap.
Jessica, that is not true.
Oh, Mom lied to us, Dad. She didn't care about any of us. That's why she left.
Your mother loves you.
And you couldn't wait 2 minutes to replace her. All you wanted was a warm body in your bed. Well, good pick. She's just like Mom. She doesn't give a damn about her own children, let alone us.
Jessica, that is not true.
She saw what I did to myself, Daddy. She saw and she didn't try to help me. She never tried to help me.
Let's see Ivy lie her way out of this one.
You knew about the tattoo and Spike, and you didn't tell me?
Sam.
You knew my daughter was hurting herself, and you didn't tell me?
You are my passion for life.
You knew my daughter was mutilating herself, and you did nothing?
Sam. She knew all about it.
Did you or didn't you? Tell me now!
Yes, Sam,
Then why in God's name didn't you say anything? What were you thinking? Well, answer me.
Sam, Jessica changed almost overnight. I didn't know what to do. You don't know the things that she has done. She abused me and she stole my jewelry to sell. All she wanted to do was see Spike, and I couldn't tell you that because I knew it would kill you. I couldn't hurt you like that.
So now, you blame Jessica? It's Jessica's fault that you didn't tell me about the mistakes that she's made? My God, what kind of a monster are you?
Hey, thank God you're home.
What's wrong?
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna explode here.
It's Fox and the baby, isn't it?
No. It's worse. It's Chad.
Chad.
Well, Fox came home, and when he found out I put the baby up for adoption, I mean, he lost it. I mean, he thinks I'm just this selfish, horrible person, and he was angry with me, and the things he was saying to me, you know, they were really horrible, but anyway, he went to the adoption agency to try to stop the adoption, and I followed him, and to make a long story short, he couldn't stop the adoption because the grace period was up, and my mother and Julian, they tried to adopt the baby, and so did my dad and Aunt Liz, but it was too late because...
Okay, all right, come on. Sit down. Take some deep breaths.
Okay.
Right? Okay, tell me what happened.
Chad adopted the baby, Teresa.
Chad adopted his own son?
Yep.
Whitney. Yeah.
Ethan, look, we need to talk now.
Fox, get in line. We are working with Ethan right now.
Yeah, this is urgent.
Oh, what is it? What is it?
You gotta help me, man. I gotta get my son back from Chad.
Chad? What are you talking about?
Chad, he adopted my son.
Well, this is it, little man. I know it's not much, but it's home. I promise I'll do better for you. Here you go. You just wait. We are gonna have a great life together.
I don't believe it.
You ever heard of knocking?
The door was open. It appears you've been shopping for the baby.
Yeah, I wanted to be prepared for when I brought him home.
Well, you only just found out you were going to be allowed to adopt the baby, so why would you... Oh my God, have you been planning all along to adopt Whitney's baby?
It was here. This is where I was held. I remember there was a little window. I could hear voices from it. I threw rocks at it, but no one could hear me.
Okay, well, there's no little window in here, Sheridan.
Well, maybe not now, but there was. I was in this basement.
Yeah, and Jimmy Hoffa is up in the attic.
Sheridan, please. All right, you've got to stop this, okay? Now, come on. It's been a long day.
Luis, I was being held in this basement, all right? I can prove it. There was a window right over here.
Sheridan, you're imagining things.
No!
Stop it. Sheridan, stop.
See? What did I tell you?
Okay.
Proof. I am not the monster, Sam. I did the best I could.
That's no excuse for doing nothing.
What a pity Grace wasn't here to hear Jessica's desperate cry for help.
Well, Grace wasn't here, but Jessica still had two responsible adults in her life. You and me. You know, I could kick myself for not realizing what was going on. But you knew that she needed help. And you didn't bother to tell me? Her own father.
She hurt me, Sam, and she scared me.
She is a child. And when I was worried about her, you said it would be better if we didn't call Grace, because the two of us could handle her problems.
Oh, Grace would have realized in 2 seconds flat that Jessica was in trouble.
She would have done anything to keep Mom from coming home.
That's why you said nothing. You were afraid if Grace came back that you would lose me.
No.
You didn't give a damn about Jessica. All you cared about was yourself.
Oh, Daddy, I'm so sorry.
Sweetheart, listen. Don't you worry, okay? You watched my daughter as she got involved in drugs, the clubs. You knew that she was hurting herself. And you didn't want me to call Grace because you knew that I'd have Grace come home to help her. You are despicable.
Sam.
Listen, it's gonna be okay. All right? I love you. And I'm gonna get you help. Don't you worry. There's nothing more important to me than my children.
Thank you, Daddy.
Yeah, I have nothing to hide. Yeah, the first minute I found out Whitney was giving this baby away, I decided to adopt him.
Why?
Well, I felt a connection to him from the first time I saw him. You know, it's not that hard to figure out.
Figure what out?
Fox is right. I want to be as close to Whitney as I can be. And I figured by adopting her baby that one day, you know, she might come around and want to be a part of his life. Which means she'll be a part of my life.
Oh, Chad, you can't do this.
Why not?
Whitney is your...
half-sister? Yeah, I realize that. But like I said before, I love her and I want her in my life. Even if our relationship will only be platonic. You see, that's why I adopted that baby.
You and Teresa knew that Whitney was going to give away my son, right? I mean, that's what you were going to tell me on the plane?
Fox, we tried to tell you.
Look, we'll have a little chit-chat about that later, okay? But we don't have time for that now. I got a copy of the adoption release right here. Go through it line by line, man. Just figure out a way for me to get my son back.
Whoa, okay, hold on. I don't understand. Why would Chad want to keep your baby anyway?
What? That's his ticket back into Whitney's life.
Ew, that is so icky.
I don't know if I should get involved in Chad.
Get involved? Whoa, whoa, hold on a second. You're already involved, man. Look, that power of attorney, that's your signature, right? This is the same power of attorney that Whitney used to give my son away.
Yes, yes, and if you recall, I advised you against signing this, Fox.
You know what? I told you so doesn't get my son back, Ethan. Now, look. Dad says we should file some kind of injunction, right? Because Whitney's use of my power of attorney was duplicitous. The adoption agency, they're not hearing that, so...
Yeah, well, they know what they're doing. They have to, because adoption is very tricky legally, and the contract is probably very, very tight. But, Julian is right. If Whitney did trick you into giving away your baby, then we have grounds to challenge the adoption. So I will look at this. I promise you, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can, okay?
Yeah, okay. Thanks. I need all the help I can get on this. There's no way in hell I'm gonna let Chad Harris raise my son. Just, get back to me as soon as you can, all right?
I will.
Thanks.
First things first. Fox can wait until you get Jane back from Mike Winnie.
What if Fox finds out that the baby isn't really his?
I think you ought to tell Fox and Chad the truth.
This coming from you. I mean, deceit comes more naturally to you than breathing.
That's a terrible thing to say, Whitney.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be picking on you. I'm happy for you, Teresa. I mean, I really am. You have your baby back. And now, finally, all this craziness with you and Gwen and her horrible mother is finally behind you. Chief Bennett said that Ethan talked to him and the charges have been dropped, and you finally did the right thing. Now that you've buried the hatchet with Gwen, you can go on with your life. You have a peaceful, wonderful life ahead of you. I think you should enjoy it. You should enjoy every bit of it, okay?
Well, my life isn't as peaceful as you think.
What do you mean?
I didn't bury the hatchet with Gwen. I told Chief Bennett to forget what Ethan said, and he rearrested her.
No.
Yeah. Gwen is gonna go to jail, and then Ethan's gonna be mine.
Teresa, no.
What did I tell you? There is the window that I saw from the pit that I was held in.
Well, that's great, Sheridan, but you can't go around ripping up Beth's basement.
Why not? This is proof. Luis, I was held in here for months, and over here, right here, this is where the pit was. This is where I could see that window, and it was here that I fought with that clown, and then I ran up those steps.
The only thing that has ever lived down here is rats.
Right, look, it might look different, but the layout is still the same. I knew it. Beth was behind all of this. I was right all along. Beth kidnapped me, then she disguised herself as a clown to hide her identity, and then she stole my baby.
Sheridan, come on. You sound like some crazy Oliver Stone conspiracy theory movie.
No, Luis, look, over here, right here, this is where the pit was.
Move over.
You believe me, don't you? You found evidence that there is a pit. I was right, wasn't I? You found evidence that a pit was there.
Look, Sheridan. Solid concrete. Okay, no pit, no hollow spaces, no nothing.
Her nibs is upstairs, selecting paint samples, while our crippled old mother is down here pouring cement to a pit. Now, what is wrong with this picture? Huh? Oh, and Lord, Why did you curse me with daughter from hell, huh? No!
No. No. No, Luis, look. All right, this concrete, it's brand new.
Concrete's concrete, Sheridan. No, Beth probably cleaned it before she put the carpet down.
Before she put the carpet down.
Please. Come on. Come on, let's go.
No, Luis, look, the window, the stairs, they're right where I remember them.
Sheridan, you know how many houses in Harmony have the same floor plan? Crane Industries built dozens of these things for their workers years ago. The stairs in the same place, the water heater in the same place, the window in the same place. Nothing in this basement proves that you were held here.
Beth kidnapped me.
Sheridan, please, please, you've got to stop this, okay? Listen, the DNA test proved that Beth is Marty's mother. You gotta stop torturing her. And you gotta stop torturing Mrs. Wallace.
Yeah, please don't torture me, honey. That's my daughter's job.
Luis, this is where I was held.
Okay. Why don't we'll go see Marty, okay? And we can talk about this more tomorrow. Right?
Oh, thank you, angels. Thank you for sparing the feeble old lady from the slammer.
Sam, I wanted to tell you about it, but I wanted to find a way to help Jessica first.
I don't believe you.
Look, I did research into her condition.
You left my daughter to suffer alone.
No, I didn't. I tried to help her. She wouldn't listen to me. And then she slapped me and she threatened me.
Even if she did, it was a cry for help, and you did nothing.
I started a plan, Sam. I just wanted the details in place before I told you about it. Look, I found this place. It specializes in teenage girls with psychological problems.
That's where they sent Claudia.
Yes. It's all the same, Sam. It's the self-mutilation and the low self-esteem. They have a wonderful success rate.
This is a psychiatric hospital.
Yes, and it is the best one on the Eastern Seaboard. You know, they have a wonderful reputation. This is where we could send Jessica for help.
Daddy, don't listen to her. You won't send me away, will you?
Becca, come on, give me the contract. I will look through Teresa's surrogacy contracts, but I have to help Fox out, too.
All in good time. First, you have to get Jane back from my Gwenny.
Look, I know these surrogacy contracts are ironclad and secure. I know this because I wrote them, and I don't think we can use them to get Jane away from Teresa. She is the biological mother of the baby.
Fox is the father of Whitney's baby, yet you think you can break the adoption contract.
I didn't say that,
Yeah, but honey, you gave him hope. Listen to me, you are Jane's real father, just like Fox is the father of that baby. And if you think you can get his baby back, then you can get Jane back from me. No, Teresa, you're out of your mind.
Why are you yelling at me?
Because you had a chance. You had a chance for a calm, peaceful life, free from anger and hatred and lying. I would give anything to have a life like that. And what do? You throw it away because of your crazy dream of being with Ethan?
Look, Whitney, it's not a crazy dream. Ethan loves me.
Good God, Teresa, how can you live with yourself? I mean, how? You have a beautiful, healthy little girl. And why isn't that enough for you? I mean, why do you have to start up this whole craziness with Gwen again, huh? Why?
So you adopted this little baby because you can't give up the mad idea of being with Whitney.
Yeah.
So you're willing to play God with a child's life just so you could stay connected to your half-sister.
I knew it all along. You're gonna pay for this, Chad.
at the door for you.
Thanks again for being so understanding.
Oh, wasn't anything, Louise. I just did what anyone would have done in my place.
Good night.
Good night, good night, good night, good night. Oh, boy, is she a walking time bomb. If she remembers anything more, the drink is up.
Daddy, I don't want to go. Only crazy girls go to places like that.
But Jess, if you've got a real problem, then you should...
No, Dad, please, don't send me away. Please.
I won't. You're the one I don't want to leave this house.
Sam, no!
Yes, Sam, yes. Throw her out into the gutter where she belongs.
I mean it. I want you to leave my house.
You sick bastard, I knew it all along. You don't want to be a father to my son. You just want to get your dirty little hands back on your half-sister.
You know what? You get out of here. I don't want you anywhere near my son.
He's my son! And you disgust me. I'm not gonna stand here and let you use him like some chess piece so that you can get back together with your sister. Now, I'm not leaving here without my son.
So why are you so mad? Because I want to be happy, Whitney.
Be happy. You and Gwen have been feuding for years and you just made it worse? Let it go. I mean, why can't you be happy with what you have? You have 2 gorgeous children. Just drop the charges against Gwen. Let it go before it's too late.
Ethan, are you gonna help me get Jane back? I mean, honey, she is your child, too. And listen, if Chad can take Fox's baby, then it should be a snap for you to get your baby back from Teresa. I mean, honey, look at all those documents. I mean, certainly my brilliant lawyer husband can find a loophole in there to get my baby back for me.
It's time to step up to the plate, Ethan. Are you going to help us to use this contract to take Jane away from Teresa or not?
Go home, Fox. I need to spend some time with my son.
Gwen's gonna go to jail, and I'm gonna have my family.
This is war, and Teresa fired the first shot.
Don't think for 1 minute I'll put up with you interfering in my life.